I am ready for love. Why are you hiding from me? I quickly give my freedom to be held in your captivity. I am ready for love. All of the joy and the pain, and all the time that it takes just to stay in your good grace.
See, lately I've been thinking maybe you're not ready for me. Maybe you think I need to learn maturity. They say watch what you ask for, 'cause you might receive. But if you ask me tomorrow, I'll say the same thing. Whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha ha, whoa ha ha.
Yes, that was a spiritual. I felt like I was fleeing to Philadelphia.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackish Show About Nothing. It's Jaden XD. In case you were wondering, this is Halloween.
Halloween Town. I'm Jade, aka Big Addie.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that because
me and Noah started our Addie books back up. Why?
No, because I was listening to Big Lotto.
Oh God!
And I was like, oh, she changed the name. So, I was like, I can't go by Big Addie no more. I gotta just go by Addie.
Ooh, no, I'm Big Addie. I'm ASAP Addie.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna tell you the other rap name I just came up with, but it's
Caillou the Cunt.
Big Rune.
Oh, and I am your host, XD, aka Delian, with Easy on Me Baby.
What?
Mr. Pickney.
Oh.
I was still a child, yes. Easy on me, baby. Where's the reggae version of Easy on Me? Everybody want to give us the 80s version. Everyone want to give us the New Orleans. I don't have any steel drums because it needs to be more of a calypso vibe.
So it needs to be, okay, all right. Like Sparrow.
easy on me, baby.
Because, you know, Calypso, they sing about anything.
Listen, have you ever heard Calypso Gospel?
I thought all Calypso was low-key gospel.
Like legit, like Christian music. Like, it's really calming, and it's just like, you know what? How can you not like Jesus? I get it.
He was heaven sent. He gave his life for our upliftment.
I just love how they can take the whole day and turn it into a song. I saw a man, he walking on the road, and he go down the street, shoe in front of shoe, in front of shoe, in front of shoe. I just
and it'd be a motherfucking hit.
Jam.
Yeah.
The man, he cooked chicken today. He cooked chicken today. Like,
stir. That's
I love Calypso.
Like, or like other like bacchanal type stuff. It'd be like palans about nothing, but it's great.
Soca you got to have the stamina, nigga. You got to have
I told you my
stamina.
Soca experience. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we know.
No, I'm not repeating that story. But let's know. Just Soca, you have to keep up, baby boy. Don't lose your breath.
Yeah. Yes. Take a jump right now.
PTSD,
right now. It's carnival.
Oh my gosh. Anywho, before Abe's birthday was last week, so happy birthday, Abe.
Happy birthday, Abe. Go ahead and throw them horns in for yourself.
Yeah. So, how was your week the last 7 days? How's it been? How's it going?
It was good. You know, nigga, I was out your way.
Yeah, I know.
That's so crazy. Like, I was out XD's way. I didn't even see XD.
I know.
But it wasn't because I was acting funny. It's because we was both just busy and we was trying to make it work, and it just didn't work. So, you know, that's what you call friendship. So, that's what you call friendship. Yeah. But it was weird being out there and not being on Jaden XD business. You know, but it was good. You know, it was a good week. It's been a productive week. You know, we're in a harvesting period, and so there's just so much happening, and I'm excited for all of the work to start manifesting itself for y'all to see all that has been going on. So yes, that's been my week. You know, just trying to tie up loose ends and things like that. Yours, Yearn.
It was busier than an MF. Because I was handed a deadline for something that I wasn't... Basically, I thought I had more time, but I didn't. So I had to... Like
don't you love when they do that?
Yeah. But shout out to our girl Melanie, who's a listener. She gave me some...
Hey, girl Melanie.
Yeah, she gave me Lakers tickets. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah. She's thebomb.com. So.
That is nice. That is very, very nice.
Yeah. But what else happened? Yeah, otherwise, you know, just working. I guess I could say it here on my side. I know people have been asking about the Survivor recaps. I had to stop and do this project, or you'll see why.
Yeah, this nigga's been working.
2 weeks. And I think it comes out November 10th. So, the things that I'm coming out with. So, just know that particular thing is done. So, I'm moving on back to stuff.
I have an announcement. Dropping today is my new fall scents Zen in a Jar collaboration with Nikki of Zen in a Jar, so you can catch the new scents, and I'll have a little promo up for you all and everything, but you can catch the new scents fig and pomegranate, I believe, and Nag Champa and pomegranate. So it's going to be really nice, really fallish. Our Uju and Ekene, gratitude and abundance. So make sure you all check that out. Link in the description box, but you can also check out my socials.
Awesome sauce. And as always, you can listen to us everywhere except for SoundCloud.
Yes.
But please tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. I know people are still discovering, and that's great. So just keep pushing and tweeting and Instagramming and Facebooking and WhatsApping and whatever. Just tell niggas about niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, Patreon, the $7 holla, some really cool stuff coming your way just for Patreon users. We doing a trial of us video recording our episodes that you're hearing now on the main show and posting them. So last week, if you missed it, where Jade was laughing at my grandmother and her clowns.
I was not laughing at his grandmother. I was laughing at her clowns. Okay? She had a homosexual clown on there. It was posing down the house boot.
Yeah.
So
you can see it on Patreon. The video is there. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. We are officially YouTube partners.
Hey!
We could not have done it without you. We've only done YouTube publicly for 6 weeks. So that's unprecedented on YouTube. So, oh my God. Jada show be a picture of a Sambo clown.
Oh God, it's back.
Yeah.
I can't look at it again. I can't look at it again.
No. Yeah, I think that's where we are. I think that's all the announcements that I have.
Yes.
We are talking today, as usual, we test out shows first here. We talk about on the main show. Stop laughing at it.
Because when I went back in our text messages, I forgot. Ooh, and the fact that they're live action photos is just a cherry on top, nigga. I'm sorry. I won't laugh for 10 minutes again, I promise. I won't look no more.
Oh my gosh. She's continued to laugh.
Okay.
Leave the clowns alone.
I can't. No. Tell them to leave me alone.
They're going to haunt you.
Oh God, they
Speaking
are.
of, it is Halloween this weekend, so we want you to have a safe Halloween. So, I watched Halloween Kills.
I watched Coraline. Wait, how was it? Because this nigga has killed like so many times. So like in like 20 movies.
Yeah, like
he got
talk
left
about
to kill, nigga.
Yes, talk about staying power. You know what I mean?
And they could come up with a better name. Halloween Kills. Like that is.
2020 was hard for everybody.
It was. That's it. That's the film.
Yeah, Halloween Kills. Fuck it.
Michael Myers, yeah. I love you. What? So what happened?
Speaking of which, because Stewart from Mad TV is in the movie.
Doing what?
Being a homosexual. Is he in real life?
Oh, I don't know, but let me look.
Because he's always given that, but then you know, it's you know, you never know.
Michael McDonald, not that being his name.
Yeah. Okay, well, anywho, Halloween Kills was interesting. I gotta be honest, you know, COVID and pandemic, horrible thing, right? But the ability to watch new movies from the comfort of my own living room or boudoir, you know, fabulous.
Yeah, it is.
Don't take that shit away from me, people. Like, don't take that shit away. I understand you want to make your money back at the movie theaters and yada, 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 whatever.
Wait.
But, like, what are you finding?
Not that Michael McDonald.
But yeah, it was like...
I don't see anything.
It was like a really long Simpsons episode. Like, okay. I understand horror movies supposed to be like kind of corny, and I'm not a horror film. I don't like being scared. I'm black in America. I'm cool, but yeah, it was just kind of like this could have been on Lifetime. Lifetime has scarier movies.
Yeah, like Vivica Fox. Just Vivica Fox.
Have you ever seen the clip? Did you? I've been bringing this nigga a lot up lately. I don't know why. Maybe he's gonna die. I hope so. So, have you ever seen that clip of The Apprentice where?
Yeah,
where Vivica Fox and Kenya Moore were going at it, and Kenya
yes, I do. Throughout this competition, I've been nothing but friendly to her.
Is that true?
And for her
absolutely not. Please, she threw me under the bus, sitting
right. She threw me under the
bus the other day while sitting right next to me. No, I'm telling the truth.
No,
the man asked me a question, and I'm telling the truth.
Yes.
She a low down tramp. And Geraldo got to be like, now I got to defend Vivica Fox. He's so stressed out.
He's so stressed out because, Geraldo,
Yeah, I know.
You know where he was January 6th.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. You know what on Patreon
is he
we should do?
Let me look.
Maybe. You know what we should do?
What?
On Patreon, we should react to Jerry Springer episodes.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm down for that. I distinctly remember that episode where them white people was throwing up on each other. It was an episode about kinks. And they had throwing up on each other. Mm-hmm. It was nasty. And then they started throwing up on each other on Jerry Springer. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he looks bad. You see what evil does to you? Hold on, let's see. Oh, he's Puerto Rican. And his mother is Russian Jewish.
Really?
Yeah, he grew up in that part of Brooklyn.
Oh, Bensonhurst, Bay Ridge.
Yeah. West Babylon.
The D line. The D train.
The D train, exactly. You know all the avenues.
I had a job interview over there. I swore I was in Long Island. I was like, what is this, honey?
No, it's very interesting over there. I had to go pick up one of my homegirls' wedding headdresses, because it just be like random shit. And so I had to go over and pick up one of her wedding headdresses, and it was very interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah, he looks bad. Look at him. Hold on. What the fuck was that?
Ew.
Yeah.
I mean, he never looked good, but
but this is real bad.
This must be that white side coming out.
Not his birthday being July 4th. Anyway.
How about it? Today we are talking about Ready to Love, the first two episodes. We gonna try it out here on the main show, and then you can catch full video recaps henceforth on our Patreon.
You already know.
We're gonna talk about the first two episodes here. Mm-hmm. So sit back and relax, and we're gonna be back after these messages. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I want to give my family and friends something more memorable than a gift card this holiday season, but it can be tough to think about a meaningful gift. I want to gift something useful yet unique, cool yet eco-friendly, techie but actually affordable.
Oh,
Hello Tushy bidets check all the boxes, honey. Let me tell you something about Hello Tushy. So, we put ours into the toilet, installed it. The entire family gets their lives every time, we go handle our business, including the little one. Stop spreading your business around your butthole with toilet paper. Start washing with Hello Tushy. Hello Tushy bidet washes your bum with fresh water for a way better clean than toilet paper. Just simply spray and pat dry. And it attaches to your existing toilet, so you don't need an electrician or a plumber.
Give the gift of a clean bum to yourself or your loved ones this holiday season and get 10% off plus free shipping right now at hellotushy.com/JXD. Tag us and Hello Tushy on social media so we can celebrate your clean bum. That's hellotushy.com/JXD for 10% off and free shipping. And we're back. So Ready to Love. Oh boy. It is a show on OWN. Mm-hmm. Look at you. We sang India.Arie. We're doing a show on OWN.
Who are we?
To us?
Nigga, we're turning into a live action mahogany card.
I know. Speaking of, oh my God, I know you don't watch Survivor. I know you don't. And I know I keep pushing this agenda on you.
You do.
But if you don't watch any other season, this is the season to watch. Because the black women on the show are going to win. They linked up. It is a black woman emotional episode. This last, I was like.
So I'll watch it, and if the black women don't win, you owe me $5,000.
I can't put that on. I can't. I'm going to say my number one pick for the winner is a black woman, though.
Okay. I love to hear
because she's but there's a black guy on there which has a very strong contender to win. Also, this India, I want to say he's from India. He has a very, very strong. He's a very strong contender, but I do think the number one is. Number one, Chantel Smith. Yeah.
Oh, Chantel Smith! I'm rooting for you, sister.
Yeah, Shan.
Shan. And she go by Shan. Oh, she black.
Reverend Dr. Shan.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a reverend.
How many episodes in are y'all?
She's black and Italian. We're on 4.
What's her mother?
I believe she was white and she passed away. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And the other, the black other woman moment was she met up with this other Afro-Latina named Leanna. Mm-hmm. And she was it struggles being a black girl. It was this whole, instead of a trauma mirror, they have a trauma mountain. It was just so.
Not a trauma. Please shut up.
Listen, everybody has one. Every reality TV show has a trauma something.
Okay. All right. How many episodes in are you?
4. You can catch up. It goes by very quickly. I will say that. It goes by very quickly.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, Ready to Love. It is a really sad show about people who are
Please shut
trying to find love in Washington, D.C.
What's up, y'all? Tommy Miles here, and I'm back at it. Getting ready to help some more singles make meaningful connections. And this time, it's all about location, location, location. That's right.
And so
I am not backing that statement.
It's not sad. It's just
I think
Tinder
Married at First Sight is way sadder than Ready to Love. Ready to Love, you know what? I'm not even mad at the concept. Well, I personally go in it, no, but everybody knows that I'm anti. But I'm not mad at this concept because this makes a whole lot more fucking sense than Married at First Sight to me. Yes, let's let's meet each other. Let's collectively see who got good sense, and then let's vote the niggas out who don't. So, and then we ready for some relationships. We sick of the Bumble. You know what I'm saying? We sick of the Tinder. And so we're going to meet some other like-minded individuals and figure out where to go. We're going to go on some dates. We're going to have some conversations. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, neither am I. It doesn't not make it sad, though.
You please shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I'm kidding. I do agree. No, I do agree. This is one of the better iterations of how to meet somebody. I just don't know if I would do it on TV. That's what it is.
Well, that's because you and I are just anti. And that is, so nobody can take us seriously.
I know. So
because there are some good people here. I have notes, descriptions.
Oh, well, I found... So let's talk about the host first. So
Okay.
It's not Tom Joyner.
It is Tolerable Steve Harvey.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Tolerable Steve Harvey.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Although Steve Harvey is tolerable on Celebrity on Family Feud.
No, he's tolerable in like batches, but he's overall he's insufferable.
No.
And so
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. But yes, tolerable Steve Harvey. I feel like he was on somebody's like Ricky Smiley or something, right?
Probably.
Or
I told you
Tom
about that
Joyner.
Airbnb we went to in Atlanta, and so we was like, it was, I think it was that orgy house, and so, you know, we're looking around the house. We was like, yeah, niggas own this house. Yeah, niggas own this house, and then we went to the den. And there was a bookshelf, and there was Think Like a Man on the bookshelf. And I was like, solidified and stamped. Niggas definitely own this house. It was many things, but that was the kicker.
Well, all right.
What did you do? Find a description for each person?
Yeah.
So I can read my description to go along with what you found.
Well, I mean, I have notes and things, but Tommy Miles is the host, and you know, he does stuff, you know, and he has teeth and he wears suits, and
he's
you know,
bald-headed.
if you want a drinking game, you know, drink every time he says Chocolate City.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh, that'll be fun.
See y'all.
We're here to try to find somebody we can ultimately end up with. And Tommy's the expert, so hoping Tommy's gonna give me something, man. I'm hoping.
Hey, DC! Look like we got some of Chocolate City's finest in the house.
You may die.
Possibly.
But it'll be fun. You know, just drink water. Don't, you know.
Oh.
You know.
I was going to say make it spicy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then, you want to talk about the men folk or the women folk first?
I have them written in order of appearance,
In order.
so that I
Right.
could try to get an idea of something, because this is a lot of niggas and
Yeah.
yes.
So I was very confused about this show because I thought they all lived there because it was like they show up to like this mansion type place,
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay, this is like Love Island or something like that, where you know you live in a mansion, you vote niggas out if there's no connection, cool. But they just were there to kick it,
Yeah.
so
Which I'm not mad at. That's why I was like, okay, realistic shit.
right. So in comes Aisha comes first, right? Or
Carrington.
Carrington.
He's 33 and he had his ankles out.
Yes. Carrington, he was a little
Stush.
Yeah.
He's some sort of entrepreneur, marketing CEO, something or other.
Hark, I have tea.
Oh,
Straight
what?
from the Discord.
What?
If you do not follow the Jaden XD Discord, the link is in the description box wherever you're listening, because that's where the tea really lives.
Oh.
So let's talk about Carrington.
Sex, baby. Let's
Okay,
talk about
so
you and me.
And I knew this was going to happen because a lot of our listeners live in DC, and so do these niggas. And so, and we used to be involved with niggas in that area. So we know how they operate. And we know niggas that know niggas that know niggas. So, someone said, Carrington is the guy who I put out of my house on live and was about to sell his shit a few years ago. Where do I start? This is from a young lady named Danielle Lucas.
Wait, don't read her name. She may not want her shit out there like that.
Oh, well, it was, my bad. It was on Facebook.
Oh, she put on Facebook? Never mind. Wait. Okay, did she tell the story?
And it's from the Reddit, so, I mean, I don't know. Just blurp out the name.
Why? They can go Google it.
Fine. So... where do I start? Number 1, he stole a laptop from his job and got caught. This is the proof. I'm going to show proof later in the video when you watch it on Patreon. So he got some white girl drunk in a hotel, and when she woke up, her Rolex was gone.
Not this nigga being a scammer. I knew something was shifty about that entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, he got the owner of the park to pay all of his arrears in child support for both of his kids, which was, I know for a fact, over $30,000 for one child.
The park, the club?
Yeah.
Wait, he got 2 kids? He didn't say that.
No, he did not.
Ooh, okay, keep going.
Because remember, he did say he did like promotions and stuff, so the park makes
sense. That's what I'm saying. It was his shifty description.
Yeah.
Wait.
I thought he was kind of fine though, but still.
No, not my type. He looked like he looked like kind of fine. He looked like young Gerald Levert. But go ahead.
With his ankles out. Gerald Levert was cute. I was like,
Gerald Levert was cute. Gerald Levert was cute for Ute. He wasn't cute for
me. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Like a teddy bear, like Ruxpin.
Okay. Number 4, he's homeless. He's been couch surfing since I put him out. Number 5, when he lived with me for over 3 years, he's ran up my American Express of $1,000 and did not pay it after I helped him out. Took unflattering photos of me half dressed in my apartment and sent it in a group chat message. He gave me chlamydia. Yeah, he gave me.
Wait, this sounds extreme. Wait a minute.
And caused my miscarriage. Now, the next picture is proof from him stealing shit. I'm about to send it to you. Yeah. So it's a copy of a police report, and it says that theft of under $10,000 back in 2014. Height 6'2", 225. Ew. That's
me. He's 6'2". No, Carrington, is he Jamaican?
Who else? Why else would he be that with that name, or a Jack and Jill nigger?
Oh yeah, it's one or the other. I think he's got Jamaican roots, and there's a couple, but we're gonna get to that. Okay, wow. Shall we move on?
33.
Oh, and he's what?
Yeah,
33. He's what? 33. Yeah. Next was Aisha, who's 38. They marked her as 37, but she says she's 38, from the Bronx, and she's a hairstylist.
She's
very Bronx.
Yeah. She has very striking features. She's pretty.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
She's just very striking features.
She reminds me of a grown Bratz doll.
Yeah. She, a lot of this episode was like, everybody's trying to like size everybody up, and I don't know. It was just this show was weird. But anywho,
I mean, when everybody is there to find a Sigio, and they know everybody else is there to find a Sigio, I thought they did relatively okay. They didn't seem catty for the most part.
As they could be.
Some Were.
Yeah.
But next up, one of my favorites, Sabrina, who is 45, half Korean, but don't speak none. And she's a fashion designer and mother of an 8-year-old. And I just like her.
Yeah.
She just gives you good auntie energy.
I am looking for a genuine person, someone with some stability. I can't do small penises anymore. Can't do it.
Yeah, she, she has a whole mural of dedicated to Korea on her back.
Yeah.
But, doesn't speak the language.
No.
Her confessional look is very, she lets it be known that she's a fashion designer. Yeah, she's in drag. Like,
oh, yes, honey. Dress the house down, boots. Yes, yeah. Mama God.
Yeah, like she's she's tall and light. She has she
seems pleasant.
She's pretty.
She seems pleasant.
And pleasant.
Yeah, I like that.
And then comes Tyrone.
No, Walter.
No, I thought Tyrone came first before Walter.
Maybe I forgot to mark Tyrone. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I think I missed him that quick.
Yeah, Tyrone. No, Tyrone is better in episode 2. I think Tyrone is. He gives like canine in the face.
Okay, you know who Tyrone reminds me of? You remember the friend from Cosby Show? He was friends with Theo, and he was friends with Pam's boyfriend, Alan Payne. What was his name on the show? Lance. He was friends with not Pam's boyfriend. Wait, was Lance Pam? Lance was Charmaine's boyfriend.
No, Lance was Charmaine's boyfriend. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The nigga that was trying to kick it with Pam.
Yep, but with the big face.
Yeah.
Tyrone reminds me of him.
Yeah.
With the flat top.
Yeah.
Theo's one of Theo's best friends.
Yeah.
Theo's best friend? Wait, was it Theo's best friends? Or was it one of Lance's best friends?
Theo was in college.
I think it was one of Lance's best friends.
He was Lance's best friend.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to kick it to Pam.
Yes.
So, Tyrone is in the military, or was in the military. He was in the Air Force. And he, he's in his 40s. Just kind of, he's really quiet.
Yeah.
I think he's attractive. In certain lights. I think he makes a very interesting choice in the next episode, but he cool. I like, there's nothing really.
I don't have anything
there yet,
disparaging or anything to say about him. He seems nice, but we'll talk a little bit more about him in episode 2, technically 3. Then was Walter. Comes in, strides in Walter.
Walter. Heart eye emoji. The winner of the season.
Are you somebody's daddy?
No.
Oh.
Maybe somebody's daddy.
I just think that Walter is just like, he's exquisite. He just has this pizzazz about him that I like. Okay, so are you...
My notes for Walter says, okay, Walter. I don't like old light-skinned cat daddies, but Walter still had a certain stride about his step. You know what I'm saying? He had a little silver on the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Walter had a little something to him, a little glow to him. You know what I'm saying? That translated outward.
Yes, Walter is, a treat at 46.
Yeah, he's charming. He's charming.
Yeah, he's very charming. He has a very sad story. Yes. He was in a long-term relationship with
he was married.
The love of his life. He was married, and right after, a year and a half after they were married, she passed away from cancer.
Yeah, he was 28 years old when he lost his wife.
Yeah, so he's had like relationships in between them, but nothing's ever really, gelled. And he owns his own business. I'm not sure what that is yet.
I actually didn't even note that. It was just, okay, Walter.
Yeah. Walter is just fine. He's just light skinned.
Walter just has good, he just got like a nice energy to him. You know what I'm saying? He just got a nice little energy to him. I wouldn't holler at Walter, but Walter still got it. Walter's just a charming ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then comes Naeem, who is 40.
Who is also fine.
Naeem is handsome. And he might be a hotep, not quite sure yet.
I think he's just African. Like, I think he's Nigerian or Ghanaian. I don't feel like, let me put this, he's of African
Naeem
descent.
Bilal.
I don't think he is, I just don't think he's Hotepi.
He hasn't given me hotep sayings. He just gives me hotep force field.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah. He's a tech manager though, so maybe not. Unless he's running the Black Israelites Facebook page or something. Next up was Tisha.
Tia.
Oh. Look like Tisha to me.
Tia. My queen from Chicago.
Okay. And
she is.
I ain't even gonna hold you. She is in soft A, as Melissa Beck likes to say, and
in soft A.
It's enjoyable actually. She's refreshing, and
yeah, she keeps her titties up underneath her chin.
She's delightful. She got body yaddy. And she's
thick Lauren London,
right? And she's smart. Got a whole tech startup that she built herself, or that's what the thing says. She owns a tech startup. Then came Frank.
I don't remember Frank. Who was Frank?
Frank is Squidward.
The Twitter nigga.
Wait, what?
He looks like what a Twitter nigga looks like to me. Like, I know they go to I know he's gone to foreign exchange concerts at the Howard Theater.
I am fucking screaming. Oh God, I hate you.
Up at love.
Ooh, God. Ooh, that is fun. Ooh, that was funny. He's 35. He owns some kind of brand and he wears copper overalls. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a bartender and does like custom cocktails and things like that.
We not the same. He wears them overall. He looked like he works at them craft bar overalls is what he had on. And it just, I don't know, something about it bothered me. Then came Courtney, who has let us know no less than 12 times that she is a Leo.
I can't tell you what I call her in my notes.
Courtney is 30, assume, and I said healer or light skinned unemployed.
Yeah.
That's your fault.
Let me tell you something. Anytime you can tell, like, there is a huge age gap on this show, and it shows because Courtney talks about Twitter timeline topics like all the time, and you could tell where like the older ones talk about Facebook topics all the time. So it's like in episode 2 where she talks about where they all go on that date and they talk and all the like. She talks about emotional trauma, like stuff that
Okay.
They talk about, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, you listen to Dr. Joy. You know what I mean? Like,
that's fair.
Ooh,
that's fair.
Civil rights.
Which is not, that's fine. You should listen to Dr. Joy. That's first and foremost. Everybody should listen to Dr. Joy. She's just so calming and peaceful. But yes, I see what you're saying as far as timeline topics. She has a little bit, I think her advantage in maybe dealing with somebody slightly is she is a mother, and I think she was in a relationship early in life, so she's kind of set on what she wants and what she doesn't want. But I don't really, she seems nice. I don't have much more because all I really know is that she is Leo. Yes. She's also a marketing consultant. And then, comes Corey.
My name is Corey. I'm Washington, D.C.'s #1 body transformation expert. I'm probably the most romantic guy in Washington, D.C., hands down. I've been out on almost 100 dates in the last 12 months. I get questions like, how can you really get to know somebody if you're talking to 15, 20 women at the same time online? And I tell them, I'm not talking to any of them.
Who's 40 and owns a gym.
Keith Sweat Rock.
Yeah, Keith Sweat Rock. Because XD and I said he looked like Keith Sweat and Chris Rock had a baby.
Yeah.
Actually, he gives me more of Keith Sweat and what's not Chris? What's Tony?
Tony Rock.
He gives me Tony Rock and Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
With
Keith
a sprinkling of Ralph Tresvant. Reverend Dr.
Ralph Sweat
Corey.
Reverend Dr. Corey Nutmeg Ganache.
Sweat Rock Tresvant. But Corey is a big giant yuck. He's a yuck.
Yeah, he is a big bottle of juice. You know what I mean?
He is the embodiment of Old Spice.
Yeah.
Versace Dreamer, actually. Versace Dreamer. He's a Versace Dreamer, nigga. Corey asked at least 7 women on dates in 3 days.
In the first 27 minutes.
Yeah, but within within a 3-day period, he said, okay, I'm gonna take 7 women out on a date. I don't know how that's gonna work, but he asked them all, and he asked them all, like XC said, within the first 12 seconds.
I will say it was fascinating how he organized that without like pen and paper or like using a Palm Pilot.
No,
because he was like, do you want to go out with me on Friday or Sunday? Because he didn't say Saturday because he figured out that Saturday was all booked. So he was like, do you want to go Friday or Sunday?
Yep.
So I'm like, really?
Do you want the morning? Are you down for brunch or dinner? Okay, got it. Okay. I think he might, he must
have been a waiter in his former life. Because, new waiters.
Yes. Servers.
Can I take your other can here?
You want to write that down? No, I got it. I've done that.
Yeah.
When I used to work at the PP Doughs, I used to be like, you ordered the fried alligator, you wanted sub mashed potatoes, no french fries. Over here, we have a pan-seared chicken breast with a baked potato instead of the mashed potatoes, no broccoli, side salad. Over here, we have the, not Rasta pasta, what was the shit called? Pasta Mardi Gras, no shrimp, shellfish allergy, sub extra chicken. Yes, nigga. We knew how to, servers know how to bust it out. But I think that's what he was. That's also why he knows how to talk to people, even though at the same time he doesn't.
Right. So yeah, that was Corey. He yeah. I don't have anything.
Shall we take a break and then come back with the next half?
Yes.
Okay. Let's take a break.
Take a break and we'll be back. Bye. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Well, it's time to get personal.
Okay.
Get personal. Let's talk about the dating scene in DC. A big, powerful city. Lots of big, beautiful, powerful people out there.
Okay, perhaps, but you don't want to let the DC elite intimidate you. Jamil Lavanti has everything you need to know if you want to rub elbows with some of the city's powerful.
And we're back talking about Ready to Love, introducing the cast. We are talking about it on this episode here, and then this will be a Patreon show, but we're going to do this one just a smidge different. I think you all are going to enjoy it, actually.
Yeah.
But next up, we have Moomin, who is 36. Oh, I called her Tweet.
Oh, yeah, that was my first one, too. Yeah. I was like, oh, Nigerian or Ghanaian SZA.
And she's pretty, and she's a singer.
She does give Charlene keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. She's very pretty. I also want her to...
She's gorgeous, actually.
Yeah, when she ends up going on a date with Corey later, and I was just like...
Yeah, I was bothered, but we'll get to that. Next up, we have Carrie with an H. She's 37, an interior designer. And she immediately calls out no emotional connection with Corey. Calls him on his bullshit almost immediately.
Yeah. Well,
I like her. She's funny to me.
Yeah, when you look like a school principal, you know you can see through bullshit. You know
Please.
Call it like I see it.
I like Carrie. Carrie is funny.
She is. She's nice. I had two, like...
She was like, this nigga asked me on a date, and I'm trying to figure out where the connection came from. Did he like my eyeballs? She was like, did I like breathe right? Like, I just wonder what it was. Then we have Cornelius, who is 38.
Heart eye emoji.
I knew you was excited about Cornelius. Cornelius is a church boy.
Walter and Cornelius, they're my top two. And, well, yeah.
I was just thinking about some things.
Like what?
Religion, actually. I don't know how comfortable you would be, but
let's just cut to the chase now. I say that I'm spiritual.
What's your views?
I just believe in Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. That's the biggest thing. So about you, Miss Camille, I ain't get you here. Now.
I am.
Cornelius reminds me of a dear friend of mine. But Cornelius is he seems very nice. He's a church boy, which, I might make that opinion go another direction. He's also an electrical engineer. And yep, because them church boys.
Wishful thinking.
Church boys have terrible reputations for being awful individuals. And don't get mad if you're a church boy, just assess. Next we have Camille.
Let's hope he's not a church musician.
You better. Now that would be the cherry on top in which you would know he is premium fuckboy material. Camille is 42. She's a teacher. She's going out for her doctorate. She's delusional. And she's aggressive.
You could have said it better. Like, honestly, she is delusional. She is aggressive. She reminds me a lot of Brittany from Life After Lockup or Love After Lockup.
Oh, yeah. Oh, down to the faces, nigga. Everything stinks. Everything stinks.
Yeah. She's a lot.
Yeah,
and
man.
What was wild is the fact that I didn't expect her to act this way. I thought she was going to give like esteemed, uppity, like Dr. Jackie vibes.
I thought so.
But
no,
that's not what happened.
No.
She gives like Toya vibes from American Medicine. Like completely opposite. Like, girl, you is a mess.
You're a mess. Girl, you is a mess. You could have said it better.
Yeah. Girl, you is a mess.
You couldn't have said it better.
So she's in love. She automatically is in love with Cornelius, which valid. Like he's a handsome man. He's also an electrical engineer, which
which is fine. But this bitch claimed him as her boyfriend and built a life together in a matter of 17 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
What's that shit? Y'all keep doing red flag all over the internet. Next up is Tina Campbell, aka Libba.
Oh my god! Yeah, when we watched this together, I'm like, oh my gosh, I said that too. Yeah.
Hey y'all, my name is Libba, aka Libba Lib. For the majority of my adult life, I was married, and I found myself unhappy. We were living in separate quarters, so he was sleeping in one bedroom.
She's in marketing, and she is ready to love, honey.
She's ready for something. I'll
honey,
tell you that.
man.
So her Aisha and the Twitter nigga who looks like a foreign exchange fan was just kicking it. And they were just talking about tattoos. And there's always somebody who try to make themselves even. I don't know if I could tell this story. Because I don't know if
you
he'll
can.
kill me.
Who?
Okay, so I'm gonna. You can infer who I'm talking about, and yeah. Just to keep in mind, these are friends of ours. So I went to a comedy show, and a friend was performing.
Okay.
And so when I went to the comedy show, I met up with other friends that were there.
Okay.
The friend...
Was I there?
One of the friends that was... No, you weren't.
Oh, okay.
One of the friends... No, because you would have made a comment about what transpired. So we go to we sit down and my friend is there like, oh my God, happy to see you. Let's take a shot because, this friend always greets you with some sort of libation. And so we sit down and I wasn't sure if it was like a date or not, but typically, I could assume that, there's people around. And there's going to be some sort of, the dolls, the dolls be dolling, okay? To quote Gia Gunn, the dolls are going to doll. So
okay.
One of the dolls was trying to make it very known and draw attention to themselves. And so they got out the way. Now, mind you, this person says, knocks something out the way. He was like, oops, my bad. I got hips like Trina. And it was like, LOL. But then it was like the person who said it did not have hips like Trina. In fact, they had no hips at all. In fact, they were a boy.
I want to know who said it.
So, you wouldn't know that person, but it was just funny because how people do the most to get chose or selected, and it was like, girl, you didn't have to do that because as soon as that person said it, our friend was like, anyway, girl.
I have a feeling who that is.
I'm the queen of the South shit. Tight with a cute face, that's what I'm about, bitch. Sexy, specialize in fellatio. All about my pesos, never was a fake hoe. Shot shower, throw the cock like a flamethrower. In the mouth.
So, anywho.
Yeah, Tina Campbell has hips like Trina.
Yeah, Tina Campbell, she's
yeah,
she's very
very anyway girl.
Mm-hmm.
She showed up in a. Why were we on the same shit?
I was like, ooh. Yeah. She looked like if Princess Bubblegum went to Reno.
Well, I was like, she looked like Fashion Fair.
Yeah. Yeah, she looked like a Fashion Fair case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Libba. Next up was Lamont. Lamont was 44. He does cybersecurity. And my note says he looks like his name is Lamont.
Yeah. Like, I know Lamont has a pot of greens on at all times. Like, he has that face. Like, he has a neck-bone having face. You know what I mean? Like,
he always got something on the stove. And the house forever smells like broth and smoked meats.
Yeah. Smoked meats and broth. It's either greens or beans.
Greens or beans. Exactly. I'm about to pull the cornbread out the oven.
Yeah. And I know his like oven mitts are always Christmas themed.
You know they are, and he has never migrated to smoked turkey in his greens or beans.
Never. That is a blaspheme. So the anomaly about Lamont.
He always got a pot of greens.
It is.
Oh.
He's also a poet.
Oh my God. He did spoken word. I put that in my notes in caps.
My name is Lamont Wilkins. I'm 44 years old. I'm ambitious and purpose-driven. After I'm done with my 9 to 5, all that stuff, my passion is like spoken word. If I'm at an open mic or something like that, I mean...
Does spoken word.
Nigga, no. As soon as somebody does spoken... Hey, as someone who used to be a really big fan in Hotep or whatever, now I do like that Michael Scott thing. No! 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 No!
And not only does he do spoken word, but he does spoken word and uses the word penis in the poem.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to give you my penis.
Yeah.
Oh, Lamont. Oh my God, that greens. Because I just can't stop picturing it on his brown stove.
Yeah. Oh, you know it.
Oh, God.
Because he live in Big Mama old house.
Yeah, he does. So he still has brown appliances with tan lining.
Yeah.
Frigidaire.
Yes, Frigidaire. The refrigerator's yellow.
Oh my God, yes. And the stove is brown.
Yeah. We all have all Big Mama's houses look the same.
With those embellished handles on those smooth wooden cabinets. Whew, okay. Next up is Shiloh. Shiloh is 33. And she's an intimacy coach.
She didn't really get a lot of camera time. Well, she did, but it was annoying. I have a big problem with people who make careers out of like love.
Wait,
but can't figure it out for themselves.
Okay,
like
fair.
you expect me, like you telling me you an intimacy coach, but you want here to get somebody to do the intimacy with.
Maybe she know how to.
You know what I mean?
Maybe she knows how to pull a nigga into her loins, real. Maybe she's real good with the what's the tantric? You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's maybe
I'll
she knows
say
how
this. She can't be that good if she on this damn show.
I hate you so much.
Listen.
We saw her with her candle.
Jasmine Master said, "Suck his dick. Suck his dick in the morning. Suck his dick on before he go to work. Suck his dick at work. Suck his dick before he walked through the door.
Why is Jasmine Masters
Do
so
it before
raggedy?
dinner. Make sure his balls are so empty that he don't have time to be fucking other bitches.
Problematic. Problematic.
Now, where I don't agree, but I don't disagree, because here's the thing, lady, if you try to tell me, if you selling me that you the premium top of the line, the premium top of the line should be keeping me. That premium top of the line should have staying power.
That's true. Eat my pussy. Eat my pussy before you eat your cereal. Eat my pussy before we go to bed. Eat my pussy before you go to work. Eat my pussy before you go ride your bike.
Before you get on the Zoom call, eat my coochie. Before I do laundry.
Before I water the plants. Nigga. Before I change the kitty litter. Before I record. Drain my clitoris so that I may never. There, nigga.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Okay. There, that was Shiloh. Next up is Phil.
Oh yeah, Phil comes up early in the episode because Corey keeps trying to talk to all these other girls. Because remember, Corey comes up to Sabrina while she talking to Phil.
Oh, that was like, so wild. That's what it was. Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Oh yes. Wait a minute. Hold on, because I have. Let me see here. Where is it? Yeah. Phil said, "What the fuck, nigga?"
Yeah.
That nigga he literally went up and interrupted their conversation. Corey is audacious and obnoxious.
Chris Ryder said it best though. He was like, I bet you he does get a lot of pussy because corny niggas do win. And
as we low-key saw.
As when he was out with my men, I was like, oh, I get it. And I would probably give him some pussy too. You know what I mean? Just
no,
because.
I wouldn't. No.
Because, well, you know, I'm a man and men don't have standards. But my point is, like, I was just kind of like, well, I get it. Sure.
I didn't get it. When that nigga okay, we'll get to it. So,
that was creepy.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Courtney and Cornelius made a connection. You know, that's where we learned she's a mom. And, you know, we saw a bit of a calmer side as they were chatting. And they seem to, now she really likes her some Corey. She's very touchy-feely with Corey. With Cornelius. And then the Frank, Libba, and Aisha connection, where we talked about how Libba was doing a lot with a little. And Frank looked disgusted, actually.
Yeah.
That nose got to scrunching up.
Like he was listening to something off of Validation. Valediction.
Please. I know what you meant. The fact that you will
always coming home to you. It don't have to be so all or nothing. Say you love me, say you love me, say you love me, say always. It don't have to be a all or none thing.
I hope Fonte sues you. And And then we meet Zadia. She's 35,
Ooh.
A personal trainer.
Zadia the Stallion, because let me tell you, honey, she didn't get a lot of camera time in episode 2, but Mama got all the camera time. I mean, in episode 3, technically. Because Mommy has body, yaddy, 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 yaddy,
yaddy. Fun fact, I know Zadia. And Zadia listens to Jaden XD. And we're not being easy on Zadia just because we know Zadia and we like Zadia. It's because Zadia didn't get on here acting foolish. So
Point
I love
blank
it.
purr.
She got on glowing and not acting foolish, and I love to see it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love when you can claim people you know publicly. So
Big purr.
Big purr, okay? He called me Big Purr. Go make that pussy purr. And then we meet Dante, who's 38, and a superintendent.
He looks like greater value Walter.
Oh, who was I thinking? What's his name?
Because he looks just like Walter, but just like evil Walter.
He does look like evil Walter.
Yeah.
He does look like evil Walter.
Yeah.
Like inverted Walter.
Yeah, like if he was Canadian, like on South Park. He's Canadian Walter.
Or a Family Guy. Or a Family Guy. Bitch Walter.
Yeah, Bitch Walter. Yeah, he's Bitch Walter.
I feel bad. Okay, what do you got on Dante with an A? No Y-E.
So Dante.
Dante.
Okay. Dante is a paid actor, amongst other things. He also a loose cannon with an abusive past. He used to work for the DC Department of Corrections, but got reassigned when he body slammed a pregnant woman who was my sister.
Wait,
here's him
what?
on Steve Harvey a few years ago. What? So he was on Steve Harvey. And then, hold on, somebody else said, Tim Smith, yes, he definitely is an actor and a con artist. He plays cool now, but he has major anger and commitment issues that reveals themselves after a few months of dating. Number one, he used to live in Chicago and was working for the jail there, but reassigned instead of being terminated after several investigations where he was found being overly aggressive and or abusive towards inmates. Conveniently enough, this coincided with his alleged long-distance relationship. 2, one of his baby mamas lives in Ohio, and he got her pregnant at the same time he was supposed to be in a committed relationship with me here in Chicago, at which time he ended up giving me herpes. That's with 4 exclamation points, or 3, excuse me. He's also homeless and has been living with his brother in Fort Washington, Maryland. All I'm saying is watch out for him. He's here for the fame, not the love.
Oh, don't eat his stewed chicken, Courtney. Don't eat his stewed chicken. Because that nigga sound... Why is it the niggas... Why when they have the information on them, it just spills out. It just bubbles. Like grits.
Listen. The Jaden XD Discord...
Clearly.
The T.
Where the info resides. Where the info resides.
Where the info resides.
So then, you know, we'll wrap up this episode. So Carrie and the ladies find out Corey asked everybody out on a date. Lamont ends up going home. Libba ends up going home. But Tisha...
Tasia. Chicago, Lauren London.
She was in the bottom 2 with between her and Libba, and she was pissed. Okay? Pissed boots. She was pissed they put her in the bottom 2 and was getting ready to go off on everybody trying to figure out why the fuck she was in the bottom 2. And I know the only reason she didn't say why the fuck is because she was on TV.
Right.
And Oprah would fire
Let's take another break.
Yeah.
And we'll come back with episode 2 or 3 of this show. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Nightingale says top-level Washingtonians, like the ones you see on ABC's Scandal, love to mix and mingle.
So, I mean, if a single person is looking to meet some individuals that are quite powerful, that are, let's say, policymakers or they're lobbyists or what have you, a lot of them come over here.
Like here at the
And we're back. We're still talking about Ready to Love. Let's jump to episode 2, really 3, but 2. I'm really upset that they don't have to lip sync for their life or something. Like, I think good reality TV has like clouded my judgment because I'm like, there's no tribal council, there's no house vote like they do on Big Brother, there's no
it's HOH, kind of a house vote though,
lip sync. I mean, yeah, but it's not as dramatic. Like, at least on Big Brother, yeah, there's a house vote, but you have the chance to redeem yourself with like a challenge. You know, with Drag Race, there's the game within a game.
There is a game within a game because as these people dwindle down, it's going to be less pickings and choosings.
Oh, but they're about to add somebody else too, just like they do on Love Island. Have you ever watched Love Island?
But that's going to bring the mess. I think I've seen like, you know, bits and pieces.
Yeah, it's the same concept. It's just they just don't have as many clothes on. That's all, and they all live together. Next day, they all meet up at a happy hour.
Yeah,
and
Tasia shows up in Fabo glasses.
Yeah, I will say this show was a love letter to DC's like food and restaurant culture.
Yeah,
like they showcasing all like the fancy DC spots, and there's a lot of them, which is great.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to a really good one.
Same. Anywho, so they all go out to the happy hour, right? They all are dressing to the nines or whatever. This is when I realized they don't live together in the same house, that they all live in their own cribs in like PG County. And maybe some live in Waldorf.
Some live on couches apparently in Fort Washington.
Yeah, how about that? Mm-hmm. And so, you know, not Tom Joyner comes out and is like, hey, you know, the girls have the power the women folk have the power this week to eliminate at least one of the men folk. So, you know, men, you're on the chopping block. So they have to essentially prove to the women that they're worthy of still being in the running to being the next top, you know, whatever this is.
And even though the niggas are the ones who are on the chopping block this week, Courtney is making it very known that she wants to know Cornelius biblically.
Me too. So him and Walter, holla at me.
Not you trying to get into a Deontay, Nikoye, and Nicolas Cage situation.
No, because everybody will be enjoying themselves. Okay?
I don't have sex with men. So
I don't have sex with men. And then I kept hearing like Nicki Chirac and like doom 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 doom.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Ooh.
Yeah. So they have They go on dates and shit.
Yeah.
And Courtney, Cornelius, Camille, and Walter. They go out they have a lunch date and you know it's a lunch date because Walter's like, well, I gotta
go back to work. I appreciated it.
I was like, ooh, real. So they up there having Twitter conversations and the like. Carrington and Aisha go on a date first.
Yeah.
And she's kind of like, he cool and all, but he a little young for me. You know, she lets us know that she's been divorced. She was married for like a decade.
Mm-hmm.
She got kids.
You're 33 and I'm 38.
Okay.
So does that work for you?
I've always been attracted to older women as is. So the thing is, you might be a little bit young for the women I used to talk to. So that's not an issue. That's not an issue for me.
So let's go a little bit deeper now.
Yeah.
Tell me about your last relationship.
Yeah, and you know she's vulnerable with him. Lets him know she's gone to therapy after her divorce, and she took her kids to therapy because even though that's not popular in the hood, like she wants to make sure her family's mental health is first and foremost. I appreciated that aspect of it. But it wasn't, and then he did that corny ass. She's like, so we got a few years difference between us, and of course he's like, I prefer older women. You know what I'm saying? I've gone even older than you before, and it was just very like, all right, start shirt, relax, calm down, start shirt.
Ankles and your little earring,
and your little earring too. We did not talk about how Corey helped Moomin change her tire, and that's why she agreed to a date.
Didn't make a true connection, but something did happen. When I'm leaving the happy hour, I happened to see Moomin, and that's when I found out that she had a flat tire. And I was like,
oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, she helped him change her tire in front of the venue of the happy hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got to flex his little gym muscles because he's a gym owner.
Yes, but he's like...
something tells me it's like a women's only gym. Something tells me that.
Because he's got one of those creepy... He gives those creepy nigga vibes. He gives like those... you remember when that one nigga was obsessed with Joan Clayton's feet? Or he was obsessed with feet in general?
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of vibes he gave me. Hold on.
Yeah, he gives very much like he laughs like this.
I told you I laugh like that sometimes.
That's fine.
I get it from my grandma. And again, it's just making fun of grandmas back and forth over here.
I wasn't making fun of your grandma.
You was making fun of my grandma.
I wasn't. I just knew that he laughed like that. I was making fun of the way he laughed. I just told you how the way he was laughing. You up here sat here and laughed and cackled and guffawed at my granny's clown collection.
No, regardless at of how the clowns themselves. It was a clown. Now I'm about to go back to the text. Stop, you're pushing my AirPods out of my ears.
Oh my gosh.
So they went on this date, right? So you remember this nigga's talking about this is where he thrives in the first date area. Red flag.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because he was also told, not Tom Joyner, that, like he has to throw all his game out the window.
Right, and
well, duh.
Intolerable Steve Harvey be looking at him like, good luck, brother, because I don't know how this is going to work out for you, but somehow we'll get to it. So he goes on a date with Moomin, and he takes her out to the woods. I would never go to the woods with this nigga.
Beginning of a great date.
Corey is actually a sweet guy when he wants to be. He changed my tire in the middle of DC streets. He kind of got some points.
We'll go for a little walk.
Okay.
And then we'll just hang out for a little bit and talk a little bit.
Cool, let's do it.
Finally, we are in my element. This is where I excel in. This is where I'm great on.
No.
I'd never go to the woods with him. But somehow, in all his corniness, he is able to charm her. And she's like,
corny.
He's not funny, but he made me laugh. Which, you know, I guess it happens. It does. You know, well, Kiki your panties right on.
Get you a funny, cute to me boo. That's what
okay,
you need.
A cute to me.
Get you a cute to me, girl. And flourish. They don't got to be the finest nigga on the block. They don't have to be the finest lady on the block. They don't have to be the finest lady on the block.
No.
All you just need to know is that they are cute
to
for
me.
you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Get a cute
to me boo.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about a cute to me boo.
It works.
So that's how she's looking at Corey, right? And then he...
Hold on, Jade.
Okay.
Hold on. Pause.
Oh, yeah.
For whatever reason.
Oh, there you go. You're coming back
there we
in.
go.
That was weird.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, as they're out in the woods and they're sitting on this log that he laid a blanket down on and spread out a kind of a picnic or not? Did he say he wasn't going to feed her because other niggas would feed her? He said something ignorant, but he mounts her from the back.
Yeah, they sitting on a log, and she all she does is ask him to help her down, and he just sits behind her and like puts his dick on her booty.
Yeah, and says, "Let's pretend we're riding horses."
Yeah,
and she enjoyed it. I was floored.
You know, she gives me
get your dick off my back.
It's like that Vine or video. Whoa! We never did that before. What makes you think today is gonna be any different? You know, she looks like the type to be, she's of the SZA variety.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, of the SZA Kalani. Yeah. Sexuality type.
Okay, but what does that have to do with him? Get your goddamn dick off my back.
I know.
Like, what does one have to do with the other? Still don't want your dick on my back. You know, it's right there, like where a nigga puts his fingers right there on that. What is that called? The nape. You put your dick on the nape of my back.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah,
but
he's creepy.
Again, she was into it. You know, he made her giggle a couple of times, and got a little.
You gonna be giggling yourself right into belly button sex with this weird ass nigga.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga's gonna try and fuck the nape of your back
for a cotton picking minute. That'll never not be.
Never ever. Okay, so fast forward. Camille is on a date with Cornelius and Courtney and Walter.
Mm-hmm.
And she is being extra aggressive about Cornelius per usual.
Mm-hmm.
And so she thought she had a leg up because Cornelius is like, yeah, everybody knows I'm a church boy. I said it as soon as I came in, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, yeah, because I'm a preacher's daughter and a blah, 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 a deaconess or whatever the fuck. And, she thought she was the only church girl at the table. Well, here comes the light-skinned healer. Well, I was a church girl, too. I was raised in the First Episcopalian Baptist Church of Latter-day Saints and Disciples in the Lord. And not Brittany from Love After Lockup was big irritated.
Big press.
Okay.
Lisa Ray press. Okay. She was over her.
And then she got to touching all on that nigga's knee. Then they got into a conversation about sex.
Well, I did feel a way while she was rubbing up on that nigga's leg.
Well, it was aggressive. It was getting into the crevices. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wait until a one-on-one date. Don't make it weird for everybody, bitch.
And also, what kills me is the fact that ain't you also trying to kick it?
Yes,
kick it with Walter too.
Yes.
So it's like,
why would you be touching all in this nigga's groin regions. You know what I'm saying? If this is not the only apple of your eye right now.
They also had a very weird discussion about period sex.
Oh, yeah.
And Walter is very much like, if I gotta have it, I gotta have it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what time.
He's like give me the red light. I don't care what night.
Don't matter. He is down for the hunt.
I'm ready to go
October,
right
you know
now.
what I mean?
I'm ready to go right now.
Give me the green light. Give me just one night. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right now.
You know, he's one of them people. See, you have to be weird. Them niggas are nasty who be like, I don't mind a little war paint during the battle. It's just like, nope.
You know, I'm not.
Those are like the niggas who be like, I don't mind if you ain't fleeted. Just come on. No.
I'm not here to judge nobody for what they, choose and choose not to do. But
yeah, we are. That's what we get paid to do.
I know, it's true. It's who we are as a people.
As a society.
You're right.
That's what makes the world go round.
You're right. Judgment makes the world go round. What in the hell? I thought I quieted this thing. So, they have that, but then they talk about sex before marriage in general. And oh my God, D&D. So they talk about sex before marriage in general. And of course, Camille with a K is like, no, I'm not fucking before marriage. It's like, not me. I'm too chaste. And Courtney's like, nigga, fuck all that. She's like, I'm fucking on a nigga for a cotton pick a minute before we get married, because what if we're not compatible? And let me tell you how that was a word. Oh no.
Hey.
Oh.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing bad. It's just Camille is 42 and still has these ideals about not having sex before marriage. Like, you get what I mean? Like Insecure, right? So, like, remember how on Insecure where Issa they had that whole, 3-episode arc about not sucking dick or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, girl, just suck a dick. Like, it's okay. It's not going to bite back.
It's not.
You know,
well,
it's not.
Unless he just doesn't drink water.
Yeah, because when that's the case, then you could have seen that way before you got done.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
could have smelled it coming.
Or, read a book from Braille across their forehead because they don't drink no damn water.
Also that, yes.
But it's like, I can't imagine being in my 40s. Well, I can't imagine being in my 20s. But I can't imagine being in my 40s telling to people we have to wait to have sex until we're married.
Yeah.
Because at 40, you should know that love knows no time and time is a wasted. And you are way too old for you to not be happy and be pleasured in all facets of your life. So why are you trying to take a gamble like that at 40 plus with if the dick is good or not, or the coochie or the plastic, whatever you're into? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think that's why. Not to say chaste is a bad thing. I'm not judging. Well, kind of, but I'm also like, I don't see the point.
I don't either.
Hold up. Yo, answer this question. Are you a virgin? Are you a virgin?
Yeah, not since I was 10.
It all makes sense. You're a virgin.
I am. Shut up.
How does that happen?
I don't. What? Just to say you what? Chaste? What the fuck? Just let me look up that.
Just so you can say that you didn't give
Let's
it up.
Let's look up the definition of chaste.
Because let me tell you something. waiting for sex before marriage is just like getting a perfect attendance certificate at school.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? All that means, is
nothing.
that you're a whack. It means nothing and that you have no life and you're no fun.
Yeah. And the homies can't have
Yeah, and the homies can't have nothing for cop picking baby.
You ain't letting them fuck on you. So, and again, the only person losing out is who? You.
You. Girl.
Nobody's saying you gotta go give your milk and cookies to everybody, but...
Right. Ain't nobody saying you gotta create an OnlyFans, girl. But, you know...
But, bitch, we are not getting ready to sign on forever. And I don't know what we are working with. What are you even talking about right now? Grow the fuck up.
Because also, because sex is also one of those things like, okay, so you're not that compatible. So if that person is willing to, if you really, really like this person, you'd be like, and if that person's willing to work with you on how to fix some shit in the bedroom, that's how you know you found yourself a good one. Because, you know, that's some like real deep communication shit right there. Because there's a lot of shame about sex or surrounding sex. So like when you have somebody who is open and honest and be like, okay, well, I'm not satisfying you, but I still want to satisfy you and I'm willing to do anything, then you wouldn't know that if you know, what type of person, caring person that they truly are. If you up here talking about, I'm saving myself before marriage, I am 45.
One man can satisfy her. She needs more wood for the fire. That song was about me.
Well, no, that song was
no, I know
about
what the song was. Shut up, XD. Shut up. Shut up for a cotton picking minute. Oh God! But yes, Camilla's a prude, and just grow up. So she just got on my nerves. If she wasn't so aggressive and like delusional, I hate a delusional. I hate a delusional bitch. So, it depends on the delusion, actually, because you know, there's individuals that I know that live in delusions of grandeur, and I actually find it to be quite entertaining, and they mean no harm to anybody, and so therefore, I'm like, baby, bury yourself in this delusion, okay? It is delightful. I get it.
That's why I'm a fan of drag. Like drag is delusion.
Same. You know, I live in my own delusion. You know, usually ends up being right, but it's like, listen, I know you all don't understand what I'm saying, but we gonna get there. We gonna get there, and we always do, right? You know, but a delusional bitch who's just irritating. Something about that combination is just like vinegar and baking soda.
Yeah, it's when it's the delusional person who's old enough to know better.
You old enough to know better.
And that's the problem that I have with this show.
Yeah.
Is that all of these people are too grown.
Yeah. Yeah, and Camille sitting up there with all that Vaseline on her face. You know what I'm saying? You done been through 9 million degrees. You getting a doctorate, bitch. You a teacher, but you want to talk about I ain't fucking before marriage. Please.
So there's another date. Zadia and Tyrone go out on a date.
Yes.
Zadia, it's hard to focus on the date when you're looking at Zadia's body. I'm not gonna lie to you. She is a baddie. She looked like Mila from 702.
Oh, we should call her Bazadia.
Yeah, Bazadia. Yeah, she's a personal trainer.
Yes, she is,
so
and very
her
good.
And Tyrone go on like a coffee date. You know, it looked like he just got finished with a run, or he's about to go run, and she looks like she was working out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they have an okay time. He's just very quiet, and
he got vulnerable. He got vulnerable on the date and shares with her that he suffers from PTSD. Or he lives with PTSD. He's been deployed twice. And that lends a lot, I think, to his calm nature and just probably needing to keep his own energy calm. And ironically enough, she enjoyed it. She was like, I enjoyed my date with him. It was nice. You know, and he was just enamored with her glow and her Bazadia.
Yeah, Tyrone is cool. I don't hate him. I still don't have any real opinions about him.
No.
Kind of. Even
he just looked like the nigga from Cosby Show to me.
Yeah. He actually kind of dumped somebody on the show, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
But
we'll get to
I
that.
don't know the full story, so I kind of want to wait till the next episode to figure it out what happens. But anywho, on the way to one of the dates, one of the dates, Phil helped out Aisha.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, Aisha got in a car accident.
Yeah, and Phil went to come to the rescue. So we didn't see Phil a lot in this episode.
No.
But there was another date with Zadia, Bitch Walter, Tyrone, Naeem. And was Tyrone there too, I think?
No. I don't think so.
Oh, maybe it was
because
it was intimacy coach.
Because remember they called them. They said it's the season of the B&Bs, the bald and the bearded.
Yeah.
So it was Shiloh. It was Zadia. Who was the third?
And
Carrie. And then it was Naeem, Walter.
Dante was there, I could tell you that. I don't know if it was Walter.
And Donta.
Dante was there.
Okay, Donta.
Yeah,
Donta was there. Donta. This is when they talk about like their craziest places that they've ever had sex. Oh,
Tasia was there.
That's what I was going to say. It was Tasia. Tasia was there.
Yeah. Cause she was trying to not be like Chris Rogers was like, oh, she's very from Chicago.
Oh yes, honey. She was giving you very lady in the streets. Like she's like, I don't talk about that. That's for me and my man. Like it was very much that. That's what it is. And so they talk about their craziest place they've had sex. Bazadia said it's been on the baseball field, which where? Was it on the AstroTurf? It couldn't have been on the mound. All that sand in your coochie.
See, this is why people be like, let's fuck outside, let's do all that. I'm like, there's elements that be getting in stuff.
I'll do it, but it just depends on what elements, because I can't just be having, fragments.
Like red sand in your coochie, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can't just be having fragments of rock in my pussy purr.
Yeah, no. No. I it's not attractive.
But I'll get adventurous with you. Why not? We can do it at the car outside the beach.
Yeah.
My nigga sleep, so I'm outside though. Real slick, just don't post me in your gram hoe. Little shorts with a shirt that got my titties perking. Red light, bitch, I'm outside twerking. Bend it over, touch your top.
You know what I'm saying?
A respectable place.
Yeah, the car in the parking lot of the zoo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. Away from
it gets towards elimination day, and this is when I realized this show was a little fucked up. Because in the first episode, they get together and they all the host, not Tom Joyner, is like, okay, you go home.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's tasked to the ladies to not only identify the bottom two, but you send one of them packing.
It tethers between the women and the men from week to week.
Correct. So this week, the women had to tell the men folk who they are, where to go, and where to put it.
So, of course, Camille's vocal about feeling Cornelius, because when is she not? And then are Carrie and Tasia, who both say they have a connection with Cornelius. Apparently, Carrie and Cornelius had them a little 3-4 hour conversation on the Fiznai.
Now, that shit was weird about, he told me that he dumped you because, and he told me that.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That was Cornelius the church boy. This is about Tyrone, not boy from Cosby Show. So both Zabadia, and she's going to get us for calling her that, and Sabrina are singing Tyrone's praises, which I was actually, because we only saw Zadia's date with Tyrone. So I was like, okay, it's multiple people. So it was Zadia, Sabrina, and Carrie who were all feeling Tyrone. But come to find out, Tyrone called Carrie and got real cold with her and said, I don't have a connection with you. And then Shiloh pipes in and says, oh yeah, he called me afterwards and he spoke on his emotional capacity, essentially, and was like, I feel bad, but I only have the capacity mentally and emotionally to focus on 3 people in this process. And so Carrie was not, she was like, yes, that hurts my feelings, but it hurts even worse that he didn't have the cojones to tell me that.
Yeah. But it's also, this is a weird scenario, right? Like, I don't know how obligated do I feel the need to tell you this stuff because we're on a game show. Because I need to do what I need to do to survive another week in this house.
Which, yeah, but I think what made it weird was the fact that he called one of the other women and then told her that.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, nigga, be grown. Be grown and say what it is.
Yeah, it's also weird that she would come up out of the blue and just say that and be like, well, we talked for 3 hours. Wow. Yeah. Why would you slight her? You know what I mean?
She's like, fuck your little 3 hours, girl, because he told me he don't like you like that. And it's like, you didn't have to do it like that. You didn't have to do it like that. But then her saying that, the rest of the women were like, I don't know how much I really love that he did that like that. You know?
Right.
So he owes her just a little bit of something. So we find out also that Courtney and Carrington have known each other for 5 years. And Sabrina brings up that Carrington kind of snapped off on her about the age difference and her questions about an age difference. And she's like, nigga, we got this much space between us. So I just need to know if you're going to be able to, you know, wipe this ass. You know what I'm saying? Feed me my soft foods. But he snapped at
I don't
her.
like that they have off-camera conversations that they don't show.
It leaves holes.
At least on Real Housewives, it'll be like, we had this conversation, flashback to 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Where they had the, you know, or any other show.
I don't know if they don't have enough production to like follow everybody when they go on their dates. But I do think that it is like, it's not a good, it leaves holes in the story for you because generally with how reality TV goes, like you said, it's usually a flashback or a B-roll or something where we at least get some kind of context. So the fact that there's
or
some
you
stuff that's
within it at all,
right? So there's some stuff that's within context in the show, and then there's a lot that's out because we're seeing like half the dates and not seeing half the dates.
Exactly. So therefore, I feel like my opinions are super skewed because I don't like. If I knew the full details of the ins and outs of the conversation, I would probably feel a lot different. Yes, it is fucked up that he didn't tell her. But also, I understand not having the capacity to, like, this process is a lot. But then also, you knew what you were signing up for. This ain't the first season of the show.
It's true. You did know what you were signing up for.
It ain't the first season in D.C. outside of that
But
either.
also, he knew what he was signing up for. So you could very well just open your mouth and be like, I only have the capacity for this many people.
True.
Sorry, not trying to hurt your feelings. It's nothing personal. I like these people more, and I know that's not what you want to hear, but, you know, this is what we're here for. So, like, it works on both sides. You're absolutely right. She does know what she signed up for, but he does too. So, Corey, I was confused about this part because I didn't realize that there was like an assignment to each person to like cancel whatever niggas get canceled that week.
Yeah,
so I thought we were going into more dates, right?
Yeah, or like who gets to choose who sends this nigga home?
Maybe they play spoons or straws or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, Jenga. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Tasia was assigned Corey, so they go on what we perceive to be a date. And of course, he's grazing her ass with his little creep ass hands.
Mm-hmm.
I hate him so much. His love language is physical touch. And Tasia does not she does not mince any words. She's like, so I'm just going to tell you right now, your reputation sucks. It stinks. Mm-hmm. She was like, you be doing too much and you need to get it the fuck together. Now, as she's spending time with him, she finds that she is pleasantly surprised by his company.
Yeah, see, the corny shit works. It works when he's solo double, not around other niggas.
Every woman here has good energy.
I was very curious on who Corey genuinely felt connected to.
Every
I
woman.
thought you was kind of feeling me a little bit because you did ask me out this weekend, remember?
Yeah.
Did he say he felt your energy?
He did.
And I was like, oh, really now?
I hate it.
That's how corny niggas win.
Corny niggas will never win. No, let me stop. Yes, they do. They do win all the time. But she's like, this is winning me over, but you still need to get it the fuck together because I'm here to tell you that you almost got voted out, but you safe.
See? So he stays. So then Camille goes out with Carrington.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's freshly cut and Beijinged. And... she lets him know. She's like, so listen, we all sat down and, we feel that, your reputation kind of sucks too. And he's very defensive.
Ooh, baby. I was like, oh, there goes that spiciness they were talking about. Mm-hmm. Maybe he is Jamaican.
Yeah, he gets very defensive and Camille's kind of taken aback like, well, girl, calm down. And, he's like, well, baby, please, can we move past this? And she's like, no, you're going home, bye. He takes a sip of his little whiskey sour and then, takes him and his ankles out of here.
Yeah. And that was the first 2 episodes of Ready to Love. We are going to be covering this again in a different type of format on Patreon, but it's going to be a good time. It's not your standard recap format, so make sure you all tune in. $5 holla, $7 holla get you $7 holla get you everything you need. This will be carried over to Patreon from here on out. Along with much more content and all our YouTube zhuzh. Make sure you tell everybody on the way that we are everywhere. Mm-hmm. And that's it, nigga. That's all I got.
Yeah. This may or may not, the video portion of this may or may not show up on Patreon.
Not.
So, just keep in mind, subscribe to Patreon. Some weeks we will post the videos. Sometimes we won't, based on tech stuff and how much we got to take out. So, subscribe and we'll have some fun.
Yeah.
Alrighty?
All right. We will see you all later.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yes, we're moving